Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening all. Welcome back to this post-weekend birthday stream. Tuesday recovery after the crazy 29.5 hours we spent, streaming over the weekend, which is, I guess you could say, standard me. Back here with some more LEGO building, on to part 2 of this LEGO Technic Porsche 911 RSR build. So we're wanting to do this for a while. I haven't been building off stream because I want to keep track of how it's going and stuff like that. Double across here to the 3 webcam setup. Top down view, more of a side view of what I'm looking at, and then you don't really see what's on the right hand side. It doesn't matter much. We're up to step 82. 504. Well, we've done step 82 for 504. I'll actually move that a bit more that way. There's a little wheel. That's cool. There we go. The mic thing is going to be in the way. That's fine with it. Pieces still in the boxes, by the way, so I'm going to carefully pull them out. Making sure to not disturb and lose any pieces down the hole. Or the holes. As this can commonly happen. Unfortunately, Burger, there's no incessant spam here on this channel. Welcome on in, good to see you again. That was a fun stream there last night with Stormy. That was absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, I'm not quite of that kind. I'm in between some craziness, but also just keeping it chill and keeping it respectful. Jeffrey, go to bed, alright? You can't be coming in here, you're from the US, talking smack like that. You won't even need my birthday stream, get out. I know you're at work, okay? I know what you do, I know what times you work and everything. Okay, it's just, the same old stuff.
Dumb Florida morons.
Also, the best part about this stream, Burger, is that unlike Stormy's, you get custom sound alerts that I have on my soundboard. You get a few channel points and bits, but because I'm sort of a person who doesn't like spam when I'm racing, especially at the Nordschleife, I put a cooldown on the points. It's not quite as spammy as Stormy is. Maybe sometimes if I want to chaos I do it, but that's a bit of work and effort to get it all set up and organised. Also, GoPro webcam is lagging behind, it seems. It was playing up a bit before, it wasn't wanting to behave as well. So I'm going to disconnect it quickly. Well, it would help if I actually put the battery in properly. That might help it. Alrighty. Put it back in. Raise it up. You're on and saying that you're charging. Cool, that's now on. Oops. There we go. So that should be better now. It should be a bit more, smoother. A lot more smoother. You can go there. I did also add a number of new sound alerts after last night's stream.
Oh, useless wanker!
We got that one. We got this one. This is it's probably the best one. It's also a sound alert as a, I think it's 5-bit redeem. Yeah, it's 5 bits.
Fuck me! Holy shit, dude!
That was a great moment, that one. I buzzed Stormy in the LMP1 car. Whoops. I casually lose to him. Like I said, I went full burst and I was like flashing the lights, and how he didn't see me at all still bewilders me. And to this day, I'm still like, how did you not see me, mate? I'm flashing my lights like a prototype driver would be.
Thanks, Basil.
Actually, you guys wouldn't get that one.
Negative, Ghost Rider, the pattern is full.
You're pretty good.
That's pretty good. And just enough room for my my arm. There's also a few F1 ladder ones.
Battery exchange. Look at this cloud. I think Ericsson hit us. He does not fox much my door.
Alrighty. Step 83. Need 2 of the blue ones. Any Yuki ones? Not yet, I don't think. Let me just pull up my... what do you have?
Oh, what's happened there? So disappointed.
Nope. Does one make lunge? No. Come in this one. That's Norris. Now I haven't got any Yuki ones yet. If you have a source on one, I could probably download it and get it done within a couple of minutes. When I was there last night in stream, I literally just like download them, plug it into Premiere Pro, convert it to MP3, and just add it on. It's done as a multi-action on my Stream Deck. Yeah, its Semper is awesome. I think Traffic Paradise will probably be the best one. Might be able to find one actually. Okay, I need 2 of those. I actually think so. A guy called Nick Murray Willis actually does. He does YouTube animated. This is going to be fun. Actually, I can use my mouse to do this. Nick Murray Willis, where is he? Videos. No, not great. Always need more drop beard. What's good to see you, my dude?
I'm beast. I'm stuck. Something. How's the truck? Swing to the rear. Something. 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 Swing to the rear. Something. Fighting. No way. With the donuts. Huh? Sorry. Out. And he's not. Forget win. Is it win or what? Wait. Even. Say. Huh? That's the house.
I'll follow on a Sonoda eventually. We'll get there. So how are you, Dropbeard? How goes it? There we go, that works. Rightio. Bit of a party. I was actually looking through some of the sandboards in the Digi 10 server, and there's one that's quite interesting. Of a better bloke. Alright. And then you'll go on there. And you go on there. I could Google a bit about us firsthand. What is Asperger's syndrome, mate? If I recall, is social anxiety. Sort of is. Asperger's is technically, it's no longer classified as Asperger's syndrome. It's high functioning autism. It means that you do things differently to others. Google will actually give you the answers, and if you were to read stuff from a guy called Tony Atwood, you'd know a lot more about it. Like, he's like the leading psychologist on it. A developmental disorder affecting ability to effectively socialize and communicate. So I'm quite introverted. When I'm talking about stuff, if it's something that I'm like really into, I could talk for days on end about it. Like passionate and interest. Like racing I could talk about for until the fucking cows come home every single month, and I would not get bored at all. It does also mean that you have like also a higher level of memory recall. Like I can remember details about things that others wouldn't. I can tell you in precise detail. You know, say to someone, hey, we met up and we're at this place and we had this and blah 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 and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things about it, you know. Unlike some other big streamers who, you know, they tend to say stuff that tend to be more entertaining. For me, when something doesn't go right, I also get a bit quiet. As such, so there's pros and cons to it. Essentially, you're not a neurotypical person. Neurotypical people are not affected by it as much, so to speak, if that makes sense. But there's a whole lot of resources out there to look at. I was diagnosed at probably about 10 or 11. Maybe I was 11 or 12. One of those ones. So yeah, there's a number of things to it. It's not uncommon to have panic attacks, or they're not as often these days for me, but mental breakdowns can happen. You sort of don't have a lot of, you don't have as many friends or as people you know. So quite often you're sort of reserved and by yourself, and it can sort of be hard to get out of your comfort zone and get out of your shell. Like people with Asperger's love routine. If a routine is is disturbed or changed, it can actually get, depending on the circumstances, it can get quite upsetting for some people. Some people just can't handle it as well. It's gotten better over the years, but every now and then there's still a moment where something happens and I'm like, fuck. You know, you just don't like it. Structure and routine is sort of how people with Asperger's tend to go about their daily lives, because it's important to an extent. But I appreciate you asking. It's always good to ask and learn more. Times have changed where I think people are more accepting and understanding of it, and people are actually willing to learn and listen. Whereas quite a while ago, and this was the case especially when I was younger in high school, so younger in primary school, I barely taught anyone. Whereas now I just go, this is who I am. It's part of my life. I can't change it. People just need to accept it these days. If people don't like it, well, they can fuck off. Okay, I need to rotate 780 degrees apparently. Do I? No. Yep, that fits in there. The other thing with Asperger's is that it's sort of hidden. Unless you sort of knew the symptoms and you knew what it was that was involved with someone, you wouldn't have any idea they had it. Even for me, I have friends who have been diagnosed with Asperger's, and until they told me, I would never have known. Probably because they also tend to what's known as mask it, where they just make an effort to sort of, I guess, I'd say normal, but we live in a time where normal is changing on a regular basis. You know, everyone's different and unique in their own way. Another big thing with it is that when we go out, after a while we're just like so exhausted of socializing with people that we need time to recover and just sort of fill up our mental battery, or social battery essentially. Yeah, most people aren't able to remember things from a long time ago like I do. Yeah, I'm that as well. Sometimes there were things where I just won't recall. Some details and stuff I will be able to recall quite easily, but like most people, I don't. There's some things I just can't recall. I feel you're on that sort of area where you want to talk to people a lot, but you also want to be left alone at times. For me personally, if I'm with people I trust, I could talk to them for a while because I trust them. Whereas some random person is always that fear of being judged, sort of thing. Yeah, it does for me as well. trying to think. What's a good analogy to use, sort of explain it? Like, if I had a partner, I'm single and have been for the past 3 years. If I had a partner, like, I would be trusting them to tell them stuff. There are times where, yeah, I sort of wouldn't. You sort of got to find that balance between those you think you can trust and those that you can't, sort of thing. Again, like I said, if I was to talk to someone completely random, if it wasn't a topic that I was knowledgeable on or had an interest in, I would probably just not have much to talk. Like, small talk sort of thing is hard in a sense, especially with like talking to people of the gender, you know, women. Quite often I find it hard to sort of come up with conversation starters and keep a conversation flowing because I don't have the natural social skills like a lot of other people do. I also talk fast at times, so if I'm talking too fast, feel free to let me know. Yeah, no worries. It's one of those things that I've come to learn over time. If people are willing to listen and learn and be open-minded, I'm happy to talk about it and sort of be upfront. Obviously, a lot of personal details I won't reveal in sort of big major events because people sort of need to learn about it. Thanks for the follow, by the way, much appreciated. Because there's a lot of stigma and a lot of stereotypes around it. Like, I'm sure you've heard the whole entire vaccines give you autism sort of spiel that's been going on, which, by the way, is completely untrue and complete bullshit. There's no scientific evidence to support that, by the way. Okay, so that goes there. Yeah, people. One thing I've learned as well is that people are afraid of what they don't know. If someone tells them something and it sounds true or believable, they'll probably believe it. Like, I've had I'm trying to think. There's different scenarios and examples that I could use where that has happened, like PC sort of stuff, you know, cybersecurity. I'm just lucky for me. The way I think and operate is I'm very observant. I sort of take note of surroundings and sort of stuff. And so as a result, I tend to look at things from a different point of view and see it all. Okay, I feel like we're doing this twice. Yeah, we are. Alrighty. The other thing as well, like for me, another thing with people on the spectrum, like myself, we'll tend to say what's on our mind and truth and honesty, rather than what people want to hear. There might actually be an example somewhere. Try and find Tony Atwood, if I can, without having to use my keyboard much. Oops, it's a Y, not a T. Oh, Liam's live. Like, one example of being honest and saying what's on your mind rather than what people want to hear was, you know, let's say you have a partner who is wanting to buy a dress they want to get and want to look good in, and might ask you, you know, what they think. And most people will probably just say, hey, it looks good on you, when inside they're like, I don't like it. They're sort of, they would tell a mini lie to make their partner feel good and confident about it. Whereas for someone like me who's on the spectrum, because we tend to tell the truth a lot more, rather than sort of walking that line with what people want to hear and stuff, we might say, oh, I don't think it looks good on you. And if the other person really likes that dress, it might upset them, sort of thing. This is one example I read online when I was looking years ago, when I was sort of trying to read more about it and understand it more from my own point of view, because it is a hard learning curve overall and stuff. What I do for work? What I do for work, I'm sure you've probably heard this soundboard before.
I have come to clean the pool.
I clean pools for a living. I also do service work on equipment and pumps related to it. There's every sort of aspect around pools. I've been involved with pools since I was a lifeguard for 3.5 years, going back about 5 years. I work full time. I use the knowledge that I gained being in a public swimming pool to better use, and a more hands-on, behind-the-scenes sort of job. Okay, I was confused by the instruction for a little bit. So it's a full-time job. I don't have any qualifications, unfortunately, because study's never been my strong point. That's another thing with Asperger's. I tend to struggle a little bit at school sometimes. Not only through any fault of our own, just the way things are. But it's a good job. I work around a number of people. Like today I was repairing pumps that we had. Had various issues, you know. Things like, this pump's running loud and noisy. This one has seized bearings. Some mechanical mind stuff, which I see. Funny enough, my younger brother's also a mechanic, so it sort of runs in the family a little bit. But even though I'm into cars, it's more race cars like this. So like him, I never pursued a career in automotive mechanics. Let's go that way. But pulling stuff apart and putting it back together to build it, it's actually something I quite enjoy. Like I enjoy building this Lego kit. That's why I have it. Also because the Porsche 911 RSR is not only one of the best sounding cars from the GTE field, especially the 2017 engine, but it also looks good. Oops. That's in the wrong hole. That's what she said. Two 90-degree black angles. That'd be my all-favorite car, so that'd be the Audi Quattro hands down. The Group B rally car, like a normal road-going car. Yeah, that's probably the most famous Audi that anyone will know. Now you mentioned that, everyone's like, oh yeah, the rally car. God, that was a fun time of rallying, the Group B era. It was pretty much no limits. You die, you die. Which, I tuned it down, which is sort of important because of safety. Another one of my favourite cars is also the Aston Martin Vantage. I think 2017 was the last one they had. With the old spec one. It's an interesting one to find. It's here. Anyway, saying that Corvette as well. Also, having heard a Cadillac LMDH, I am looking forward to that coming to iRacing, because that's going to be an absolute dream to drive. There's nothing more exciting than driving a car that sounds good. In fact, another really good sounding car, and I had the pleasure of viewing this car in real life. Audi R8 GT3, well, artist one. iRacing doesn't have the Bentley, unfortunately. In fact, their GT3 class is actually lacking behind real life. So the only GT3s they have is an old Ford GT3 that no longer races anymore. The BMW M4, which is the newest one. The old McLaren MP412C, which has been superseded by the 650S and the 720S. 720 is the current one. They also had the Ferrari 488 GT3 Evo, but that's been superseded by the 296. They have the Porsche 911 GT3, but that's been superseded by the 992. 2020 Mercedes, which is still the current one. The Audi R8, which is like 8 years old, and the Lambo Huracan, which is also it's a new one brought out. the Bentley and ACC does actually sound good. I drove that for a season of league racing when I was doing that a bit more regularly and stuff. Guessing you go there. There we go. Slots in there. Cool. Alright, we need some these ones here. So we need this one. And we need this one. What I might actually do, so I was lucky to go to Bathurst 12-hour last year, this time last year for my birthday. I took some videos on my phone. I was on my GoPro, which is this camera here, next time I go. But I put a video together of them all that you can watch. In fact, I might play some of it in the background. You won't be able to see the visuals, but you'll be able to hear the cars.
Exciting new car we've seen in several years. They've really got the head around the position. Zane Morse crosses the line if you're on our pit straight right now in car 52. Currently leading the leaderboard is Schumacher. Perez is 9. No, it's not the Miami Grand Prix. It's cool to see. In the Belmont Racing Car.
There you go, that's the Audis. It's a Mark Mustang. Mercedes.
Traded the Cup cars in for an AMG GT race, so they can actually share the car. They can both drive it in endurance races, which is a great approach to go racing. And also eliminates the fear of one winning and the other losing, or one fencing the other one. Exactly. And making that didn't take the conversation. Exactly. This is much smarter move. Goes from South Australia to 207.75 for 100s quicker than Brad Schumacher.
Right, let's skip forward. Past the RCs. Here we go. This one is the Friday night practice. Actually, you turn up. Alright, onto the engine build. Oh, that Audi. That's one of the Mark cars in the V8. Yeah, that edit was the loudest car that weekend. So shame there weren't more cars. The COVID uncertainty didn't quite help. What's my sim racing setup? It's basically, it's all on a desk. Let me just pause that timer. Pull up a photo I took recently. I can do it here. So I just race on my desk at the moment. This thing here, because I don't have the money or space for a sim rig. But I made some changes the other day. Oops. Can my taskbar just go away, please? No, probably not. There we go. So Gospel V3 pedals, Frantic Crossport 2.5 wheel with a Formula V2 wheel, 3 screens, Stream Deck, keyboard, and a 4th screen, and that's about it really. Nothing more exciting, really. So it's pretty basic for the time being, but it does the job. Oops, wrong one. I cleaned up the underside of it all, so. Oops. Okay, I hope I didn't dox myself too much. So yeah. I enjoy it, it's cool and everything. The plan is eventually to get a Track Racer TR160 when I move out of home. But for now it does the job. Actually quite semi-decent with it. The Crossport 2.5 is probably the best non-direct drive wheel you can get on the market. I bought it second hand a couple of years ago from a guy who also sim raced. His setup though was freaking awesome, but he had the money to do so and spend it. Okay, I need a black part that has 2 space holes in it. Oh, awesome. What accessories and stuff do you have on it? So I'm gonna get the monitor mount, the quad monitor cockpit mount, as well as a keyboard tray, and button box holder, and then go from there. Do some more searching. Nothing, no. Progress it into the closing down, so we get it on clearance a little over 600. Oh, that's awesome. End of the day, like, if it does the job for you, it does the job. For me, I'll sort of adapt for everything. Nothing at all attachment wise, yeah. That's fair. Kind of parts in. I sort of do a bit of prototype racing and GT3 racing, so the eventual plan is to get a round rim. After I get the rig, I might upgrade to a SimiCube Pro 2 and then get a GSI Hyper P1. So Stormy has the There's Hyper P1 or Hyper P2? No, sorry, Storm's got the Formula Elite. The Hyper P1's a new one that came out. Got a Moza R5 on the way, but I'm going to order the SimJax pedals tomorrow and sell the most pedals on the way. That's nice. I think I put down to get the Husky Valve sprints, but after times will change and I'll have to read some reviews and stuff and see if anything else pops up in that regard. Same time, I've also got to sort of weigh up options. Like I do a lot of bike riding, so I spent a lot of money in that department. Nice sort of high-end bike. Have no wheel or pedal at the moment. Had to return due to a fan failure. Ouch, that sucks. It's never fun when equipment fails, is it? I've had no issues with mine so far, despite there being a lot of like Phantom Tech updates where stuff breaks and bases become bricked. So I'm lucky to not have any issues there. And yeah, within warranty it definitely helps. Funny enough, speaking of jobs, warranty stuff is one thing we deal with in that department. That's the one I want. Occasionally drop parts down below. Alrighty. Interesting. That goes in there. Goes in one slot. Apparently, that goes in there. Ah, I see. I was confused by the diagram as to where this stuff had to go. So the two big ones went here and here, and the two small ones went here and there. That was going to be along the bottom along stuff, but that changes everything. Radio. 5 black ones. Kind of wish I had a. Could actually mount it up there, if I'm being honest. Nah, fuck, it's not worth it. It's too late now. Alrighty. Square blocks. I'll try this bag first. Nope. So what I'll do is I'll stack all the engine blocks along here. So as I'm sure anyone who knows about the Porsche 911R knows, it's a flat 6 engine. So obviously get the engine blocks set up. Radio. So to build these, we need two in there, attach one like that, 2 there. 2 there. One down below. Just gonna flick forward and see if it's the same. Yep. So being a bit smart here and getting it done properly before. Let's make it easier. Right. W. Okay. All my yellow parts. Okay, so crank connector. Those two. That one's in there. I can go back there. Oops. One thing I don't want to do is tip all this out and have to fucking piece swap it back in the bag again. Oh wait. Those aren't the parts I need. So these parts in here, the piston heads, I believe. I am not a mechanical minded person, so if I'm getting it wrong, cry about it. That's how I do things here. Not actually, I just thought about this. Now it would actually be cool if this whole entire time there was an onboard sound of the 911 RSR just happening around. I've got one from 2014, but not the 2017 one. This is one we're building. Like, because I did a recording. Let me just pull it up in my editing suite thing. So I recorded this in Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oops, it needs to be on live split. So I recorded this. Why? I asked for full screen, it doesn't give me full screen. Anyway, we'll deal with it this way. It's a pretty long intro. Oops. It is. I did it for YouTube compilation video, and then I just adjusted it for my own personal thing. But I know if I go to here, here we go. Got this one. Memories of being in high school, just listen to that. Not it matters much anyway. I think the music's pretty good. Sort of attracts more people to it. Alrighty. get. Got a bit of space in my PC case. I'm looking around AliExpress for a car or two to put in there. That actually does sound pretty cool. Hope it doesn't. I'm sort of semi-conscious about the heat inside them. That's why I don't sort of put stuff in there. But it is sort of a cool idea and concept. Cool, and then... Does it really matter which way this goes? I guess this way will go. This blowing is so shit. That's fine. If I ever forget what you're getting at, that's all I care about. But a Gears of War Funko Pop thing in there for months and not having issues with it in the heat. That's good. For me, that's just where like the part of the sort of unknown parts comes in, and it's like, oh, is this a good idea? But there's no issues. There's no issues. No need to complain. Oh, there's that's a bit loose there. I actually, sort of when I was first started working my first proper job, around about 2019, there were times where I sort of had a Funko Pop obsession a little bit, not over obsessed, but enough that I was like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. So that's going in there. So that's going in flattish. Right there. Okay. So we need one of these. What's next? And a die-cast will be 13 when George wants to live on it. Ooh, that's nice. Like I'm looking through random bags with like no actual goal of what to get. Maybe I found what I'm looking for. Oh. No. The jingles. Let's say on the plastic and mat, and I heard the sound of it happening. There. The only downside of this build is that you have to go through almost every single bag to find the one part you need. Mind you, it's kind of what I want with this one. Just one of them. Okay. What's next? Those little barrel ones. I know which bag it's in. This bag's got to be wrecked. Stuff almost fell out completely. It sort of did. It's okay. Back in the bag. Ah, yes, the midnight. Always love that. Good sort of 80s retro chill tune. I said this on my last LEGO stream on Saturday, and I'll say it again. Whenever I think of the midnight, I think of lockdown 2020. Sort of August. Staying up late. You know, it wasn't working, had nothing to do. Just listen to this at 3 AM on my PC. Playing games and doing stuff. And yeah, 2020 was 3 years ago and already it's a nostalgia hit. Ah. What I was meant to do, I should have done this before. I was meant to go there. Do you build a lot of LEGO models? No. This is actually the first one I've built in probably a long time. Just haven't had room, to be honest, to do so. I do have one from a few years ago. Actually meant to do any rotation sort of thing. I feel like it is. Can we get this one in? Okay, let's insert you guys in. Get this straight. This engine is trickier than it should have been. No, that was actually quite easy. It seems. Answer is no, it wasn't. Okay, let's try again. Let's go back a page. So, Setup is meant to be that one. It's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. Okay. So setup is meant to be like that. Then that goes in like that. I see now. The one thing that's wrong is that's meant to go in like that. In fact, yep. One to one and get it right for it and get it right. That was my mistake. Because then just oops. Hold that there. Okay. There we go. That's on file enough. Catch that. Hey. Not working. So then this one goes on like that. Oh dear. That's only a large box.
Melon!
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Fuck me. Holy shit, Dylan.
I've now set it into law that every time Mark Storm Crips pops into chat, not only does Belen play, but a hi Mark and holy shit Dylan play as well. Good morning Mark, how goes it? Obviously we know Burger already follows you, but as is also customary on this channel, that didn't want to do it by itself, so I'm going to do it manually. There you go.
Ain't too many people on, to be honest. I am going to love you and leave you guys. And thank you for putting up with all my fucking noobness and God knows what else today. And my woes with my sound and God knows what. I am extremely grateful for it, for all your time, guys. For this.
Okay, who the fuck makes those weird out of context clips that have no meaning at all? I want names. Alright, when I come hunting, I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna call him a fucking knobhead. but always a pleasure to see you, Mark. Thank you for all the fun last night. Even if I did go to bed later than planned. Those races at that oval race at Talladega. Just the incessant spam. There aren't many times where I laugh a lot, but that was one of them. So thank you, sir. God bless your soul and God bless your heart for making that sacrifice. See, you can never have too much fun. And I think that's now becoming the point of your streams, where you have a lot of fun. I woke up with some muscle ache from last night. I was, so when I was in Bathurst last year, I stayed in a hotel in town. I had a week off. As a bit of a birthday holiday for myself. Because I rarely take time off. Especially in my previous job. I was a pool lifeguard, by the way. But became manager for 6 months. From end of 21 to halfway through 22. Oh, that's not right. I'm there in a hotel in Bathurst watching a streamer, and God, the amount of fun we had on that stream. Back Friday for more shenanigans. Oh, awesome. Friday's a bit up in the air with a number of things for me at the moment, so I'm not sure how that's going to go just yet. Is that even meant to be loose? I'm not sure, I guess. Sort of gets held in place by... Aha. Step 107 involved pushing these two bits in. I was in scrap this week though. Truck to make it work flat out with time mark. Truck's out Wilkesboro. Wheel. Missed a bit. You sure did, Andy. Like always. Hello, mate. Good to see you again. There we go. We got the engine running. We have a flat 6.
You are a toy!
Widow C 66. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How you doing? May be able to stream on Saturday too, but I gotta find something I want to race. See, for me, also looking at the schedule. Let me pull up RSN again. ESS is at Fuji, so I might do that in LMDH. Buono. Yeah, I sort of want to do it because I want to do a bit more LMDH stuff. Coming last time I drove a GTE, I drove one in Peachtree 3 M Society race. Supercars are at Knock Hill Racing Circuit. So VRS is at Hockenheim. I don't mind that track. Formula IR4 is at Kota. Fuck that. IMSA at Okayama. That's we're gonna be dead. Indy Pro 2000 is at Virginia Raceway. ES is at Fuji. That's pretty much all the ones that I have on my start list. Yeah, the pedal thing is it's unfortunate. Alrighty. Let's find a long 11 grey. That's probably a 15. That is 15. That's an 11. Boom. 2 of those small grey ones. I think I sent them yesterday. Based on ends and post track record, am I getting for Christmas, mate? Ah, boy. I don't like laughing, but that is unfortunately quite interesting. Okay. I love how I actually built that section just there. And like, went to grab the other parts for it, and I don't need them. Because I'm looking at the wrong freaking dicky place thing. Oh, I need you back. Facebook, shut up. Right, I'm gonna just close my Google Chrome and open it again in my mod view. Pause. Done. Don't need to hear notifications from my group chat. No siree. Not at all. So I don't have time this week with iRacing. Might have time on Sunday, depending on how movements go. Bits in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Basically, the schedule, which is in my Discord, which has all my updates. If you are interested in joining the Discord, by the way, there's a link, #ad. So working on my way, I work 2 days, 2 nights, and have 4 days off. So this week I'm on Friday day shifts, Saturday day shift, Sunday night shift, and Monday night shift, and off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's now been 3 sets of days off with no gear to rest. That sucks, man. Really sorry to hear that. It's always frustrating when shit doesn't come to plan. Alrighty. Right, so you are apparently going to go there? No. Oh, fuck's sake, Dylan. Wait, does it matter which way it's up? No, that's alright, sorry. I was looking at the diagram, I'm like, I gotta put this here. And I was like, oh, that's gonna work, because it was something like that. The reason being is that these blue ones are on the bottom. Now looking at the diagram, the actual blue ones are at the top. That's where I put it in on this one over here. When that most of have 5 lines, my doors might be sick. Yep. I think you'd be crazy not to do that. Yeah, only person you don't tell is your boss. What they don't know won't kill them. Alrighty. So in terms of mounting, apparently this goes next to those blue ones. Yep. Oh, slots it nicely. There we go. Apparently it will sit. Oh, it bounces with the suspension. Wow. Hey Nates, how's it going? Good to see you. That doesn't enter the engine just yet. Might actually zoom in a bit more. Let's go in linear. Okay. might actually send it back up. Yeah, I'm doing alright. As you can see, we're doing the Lego thing. It's taking shape. We just got the engine on. That flat 6. I think you might have COVID, Mark. I think that's the go here. Mandatory, what, 6-7 days off? Yeah. A day that Moza 5 lands on his doorstep, in the case of his boss might go, hey Billy, you coming in?
You serious?
No, mate. Got COVID. I love J.K. Simmons. But actually, it reminds me. I was going to download You're Fired. Not only from Spider-Man, but also one from Portal 2 that he did. If you've ever played Portal 2, he's in that. And I got the one blue ones. Back in the packets you go. I'm trying to grab them from. There we go. Oh yeah, I do have another funny sandball that you might recognise. That was great. What else do I have?
The Marsh fishing today's catch. I have got it.
Good job.
Pretty laugh same as that all night.
No.
Alrighty. I see now. I see how the suspension goes with this. Apologies, that's in the way of the main camera. So I was like, why isn't this white one lining up with this black one over here? Similar to here. It's because the suspension wasn't lowered down enough. Okay. One thing I learned from like taking screws in and out of stuff is that you always go in opposite corners to make it stable. That way the last two go in quite easily. Yeah. What else is here's a fun one that people like Mark and Andy will remember this. Natas, you will not have any idea what the fuck this is on about.
If in Italian army we have a general like that, we tell the mafia. We make the contract, he bite the dust. I heard that. Oh my, what a mistake to make.
Great show, that. Alrighty. You still up? You don't know it, Andy? Fuck, you're useless.
Good morning.
Same show as that one. Hey, Burger gets it. Yeah, I know you always do, mate. You can thank me later for all those sandboards in the sandboards section of Storm server. in his defense, Andy said to me in Discord it was a low or low. They were changed last night, lol.
Andy, have got to slow down, please!
Bye-bye.
Down. It's not fucking late now, fuck's sake.
Psych. Thinking of using 500 points. One more. What do you go? Looking for that right angled white. I believe. There we go. Right down the bottom. That's what all the blue things are, aren't they? Bottom of goodie bags. I just needed one. I might need a second one later, so just hold on to it for the time being. Short end all the way in. It's going there. Boom. Okay, guess not. Just doing the one. Times 2. What's another good sample I can play? So we continue onwards. Ah, here we go. Don't know how loud this will be, but...
Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant to vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Do not ask why I have a monologue from Viva Vendetta in there. Mind you, at the same time, I also have this one.
Alright, I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons! What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager! Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down.
J.K. Simmons is a fucking win, alright? Changed my mind. Alrighty. No Faulty Towers. Funny enough, I have heard of Faulty Towers, but I haven't seen any of it. So, that's one that will be added eventually. I do have this one.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Sheldon.
That film itself has so many fucking quotes. Yeah. I mean, it's got John Cleese, enough said. Actually, in saying that, there's another... It's a stand-up skit that Rowan Atkinson did. Are you mad? I'm furious! In order to accommodate the funeral, I've had to cancel afternoon school on Wednesdays. Unfortunately, I can't roll my R's like Atkinson can. I only know a lot of Low because I watched it a lot as a young kid. My grandparents had it on VHS. They probably still do, to be honest. No, that's not what I wanted. I thought I saw what I wanted, but I didn't, apparently. What else can you read? That bit fell out. You can go back in there. Alrighty, so I believe this is the front section, so it's going to go here roughly. One of those long bendy bits. Ah. One of the bags at the back. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need a second one eventually, so get a second one. the one I want? No, it doesn't have that little... that base bit at the end. There's blue tack. There we go. Ah, you fucker. I thought you were the one, but you weren't. So the same thing to my ex. Hehe. Well, I said it after she broke up with me. Let's not let that story get in the way of the facts. Even though it's not actually how that quote goes, which is let's not let facts get in the way of a good story. That's the actual quote. I'm just reversing it. Do not want a story to be ruined by facts. Danger. Alrighty. Alright, one of those double connectors, which is in a slightly larger bag than you think it is. It's not that one. Interesting song about data, however you want to say it. Okay. To be fair, I'm just playing this as like a DMCA free playlist, although I don't think it's quite DMCA free. Could just play the midnight constantly. No, but we do the job. Actually, no copyright sounds might work, but it's also harder to control the volume via Steam Deck. Stream Deck, not Steam Deck. Steam Deck's that sort of Switch version. Ah, you fuckstick. There you go, find this part again. Luckily, I just knew where it was roughly. It's almost past my bedtime. Going for almost 2 hours. I'm going to get 40 steps in. That is depressing as shit. You ask me. In fairness though, if I had space to span everything out and do it in like one stream, it would work heaps. But unfortunately, don't quite have that luxury. There we are. Let's go the long way around. Alrighty, I need 4 of these black ones. What I should actually do, I should probably nick a little shelf container thing from work, but that wouldn't go down well. Cheers, chat, mate. Good to meet you. Gonna head to bed. Wake up to get to school in the morning. No worries, Burger. Thank you so much for popping in. Good to see you. Appreciate the follow and the chats and everything. Should we see your day and stuff like that? I'm sure I'll catch you around some point. Whether that's in Stormy Stream or here again. Probably live Friday night, if not Saturday night. Yes, thank you. I'll try and get as much done as I can tonight, but it's a long, laborious process. I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see it all and everything. It's a fun part. In my F1 this weekend, so will be glued to F1 TV. Ah, yes. Emilia Romagna is the name of the race, I believe. God, Imola's a good track. I love it. I love that track. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Alrighty. So that's like the center console section done. Catch me spill some coke on myself. I found just spam through all the notifications that apparently went on my phone, so they went on my PC. Even though one of them is an actual ping that I should actually see on PC. Fucking dumb system. One of these. And that goes there. On. Alrighty. That's those plus ones. Alrighty, next part is one of those through connectors with a little cylinder in the middle. These are all 9-degree ones, that's not what I'm looking for. going to be one of the smaller packages, not the big ones. I guarantee you right now. Wait. Ah, it's not that one. It's an insert one. Here we go. Skipped over it. Need one of those, one of those. I need a black 4. I just saw one just there. There we go. Doesn't go in one way, just slot it in the other way and just reset it. Ooh, this might be the steering column. Might be. Alright, another one of those 4s. Silver one again. Yep, so greyish one. 1 on 1. Alright, so you go on there like that. Well, check it out. Now where it goes. Alright, in the white one. It's that one. Check the 1:1 scale. Goes on there. There we go. So we're going to be a pin that goes in there. Yep, that's one of those ones. No, yep, this one here. Pin goes in the second one, which is there. Locks in like that. Perfect. So far, it's actually looking alright. Oh, there's my camera's off center. Oops. Not looking too bad. It's beginning to take shape now. Probably a bit harder to see on this camera. Oh, yes. The wheels turn the pistons now. How cool is this? I'm gonna try something quickly. Let me just pause the timer. All the way around. Plus on the outside? Oh well, doesn't matter. It's not going on fully just yet.
actually moves with pistons now. It's awesome. Yeah, I'll take the GoPro here so you all can see. It's so fucking cool. Oh boy. Ah, it's me. No one wants to see that ugly mug. Not ugly, I just don't have the overall confidence to do poses. Alrighty. That's coke done. Alright. What are we up to? $129. Short black bit. Yeah, it's going to be in there. Okay. Two of these sort of jointed ones. Ah. No. Whee! That's not good. Yep. There we go. I think in theory, so what's happening is that I'm rotating this. This is rotating and hitting that red black cog, which is spinning this yellow one, which is then going to spin that one and hopefully rotate that cog. Okay, so this is where we get the wheel. One of these ones actually. And black square. Those are bigger ones. Let's check this one. Let's check this one here. Like, I've seen it. I just, you know, it's one of those things that you've seen it and you want to go find it, but then you're like, ah, where is it? There you go. This is what we want. Yep. So what I'm going to do is, rather than put it on the wheel first, I'm going to grab here somewhere. I have those ones, but I have a different set. Actual set specific for this job. This one with having a lot of black stuff, actually. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Alright. So, one thing about my wheel upgrade is I have these pair of tweezers that are like really useful. I think they're a bit more closed now. Oh, there we go. And they're really handy for getting stickers on and off. So, it's not there. Here we go. So, the good thing is it labels number 39 for us. That sticker that I'm going to take off. Close enough. Trying to get the spirit level out. Okay, that's good enough. Alrighty, that's That's that bit done. Alrighty, so what we need to do I'm going to rule it out for this. That reminds me. Do the timer. Actually, a straight ruler. Tesla Devil thing will work. So actually align it in line with the back thing. Straight. Cool. So that's good enough. It's going to move regardless anyway, so I think it really matters much. Alrighty, 130. Okay. Make sure the wheel's straight when I put this on. And like a mini spirit level for this. That large cog that we normally having around before. There's a little bit of leeway in this thing. Not perfect, but it'll do. No, that's 131 of 504. But we have the steering set up. Granddad, are we there yet? Look forward to that in a couple of years, Mark. What George will be telling you. Well, there's going to be a few bendy bits here. I reckon I'll just get them all out. We're slowly getting there. If I'm on the cap in between. Oh. Interesting how this one just sits in a little sliding part. Too long. And you see, Mark, this is the thing with being in LEGO Technic, is that they're very big builds, and they take a very long time to do so. So there needs to be some patience involved. And obviously it doesn't help that this one doesn't have, like, stuff labelled in the right steps and everything. But, as is the reality with doing LEGO, gotta take your time sometimes. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. But it was destroyed a lot faster. Now, I will admit, in fairness, if I was doing this as a big build, I'd probably use our pool table in a rumpus room, but I also wanted an excuse to build it as a birthday stream on Saturday as they led up to the actual race. So that's why we did that. Plus, the time lapse is also something cool that we can look back on later. Where did I get those 5 ones from? Yeah. Another one of those ones with a big gap in between, which is not in there. This one here. God, my memory is shit house. Here we go. Need 2 of them. Actually be curious to see how a Bugatti Chiron would go. That's another one I want to do. Maybe I could do what you do, Mark, and show it to a family member, and then just be like, "Oh, hey, there's an excuse for it to be bought." 38. There we go. Is it done now? No. Nope.
New.
Okay, I'm gonna be approaching this from the wrong angle, so I need to get it on the other side. Doesn't need to go over the side, would he? Needs to. There we go. That's better. Rightio. It's a headrest. I need a longer one. Okay, I need a black barrel. Not seen one of those before. Anyway. Ah, wrong way around. Alrighty, then yeah, put it here. Alrighty. Hey my friends, there's a seat done. That's where all the action happens. Okay, I spoke too soon. We're not done. Just when you think you're safe. You're not. These ones. Ah, okay. I should know this about race cars. Like my seat, there's a headrest around it. Unfortunately, being the knobber that I am, I wasn't like, oh yeah, I should have thought, should know that. Should know it's not single side, it's double side. I thought single side. I don't know why single side came in my head with yeah, it's alright. Doesn't really matter if it's not level or anything. As long as it's on the right one, that's all that matters. Alrighty. Small one. Blue square peg. And a black cylinder. There's a lot of these black cylinders being used. Alrighty. So that's now in. No, Grandad. Seat's now in. 5 hours of building. Up to 141. So we now have still. I'll be dead before this is done, of course you will. So the seat's now in. And the steering wheel. And the exit. Alrighty. Keep going a bit longer. quick. Alrighty. 15, which is as long as on that bag, Woody. It's this big one here. So long Woody. Perfect. All right. Now comes that extremely rare bit, which is that cylinder thingy majiggy. Mr. Darkstorm, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Appreciate the support. Nothing like free support. The best support there is out there. Currently here building some Lego, trying to find a certain bit that I need to use. Unfortunately, black stuff is not the best thing to look in the eyes. Doing fine, that's good. That's good. Good to hear. It's always good to hear people doing fine and dandy. Haven't fucked up yet. I have fucked up a little bit. That white bit's on the wrong side. Alright, that goes in there like that. Sweet. It goes in 9 degrees to there. And that then goes in like so. Alrighty. I then need another blue long extender. I also need a white cylinder. Oops. Oh dear. I lost a piece. Where's my phone call? I lose a piece and I lose my phone. I lost my girl and I lost my phone. I fought the low and the low one. 80s throwback to the Clash. Must be white bit. I didn't get the white cylinder yet. It's in this bag here. Bingo. There we go. So that doesn't do anything to the steering as though. That just keeps it straight. I think we're going to be doing the same thing. Nope. That's right, doing on the other side. Alrighty. So I need a directional 4B. That's just me speaking my own language so I know where to find stuff.
It's not fucking late now, fuck's sake.
That's what she said.
Thanks for the 500 join-up points, Andy. Appreciate it as always. There we go. I didn't get that black bit though. Almost finished this bag of black bits. Licorice all sorts, as they say. Alrighty. Here's on the second one. That pops in. Under here, like so. Oh, okay, so I gotta rotate this around.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Hi, okay, bye. Have to take my kid to school.
Thanks to 10 bits, John. Yes, 500 points to give me a quote. I could bump it down, but yeah. I'm sort of in two minds of entertaining the idea of, you know, people using it often and also preventing spam. I think I might lower it for streams like this, and then like concentration streams like racing games, like serious events, I might just bump it down. We'll see. It's sort of work and effort to do so. Okay, so where's this one go? So it's that one there. It goes on this structure here. I'd say second from the top, I believe. I'm going to assume so. Like you did to me yesterday, Bellend. I'm sure some people have a chaos, but I want to ask people that after a while, like my brain just shuts down, sort of thing. Look, I wasn't spamming them, all right. Unlike your chat, your chat is a one to blame for the Titanic stuff. I was like, yeah, here, there, here, there, here, there. All right. I'm not a.
Oh, useless wanker!
It's not me, mate. But it was fun. I think for less serious races, I will have it at like a low level. But yeah, I think just prevent spam sort of stuff. It's just gonna be down a bit. Cool. Push that in. That connects that. And I need. I will say there was also a variety of other alerts aside from channel points. I had so much spam yesterday I could open my own spam making factory. Spam. Alrighty, here's a big one, boys. I need a single red. Okay, I need two small black bits. What else do I need? A black mini slaughter thing. Yeah. I thought it was Chariots of Fire for a second, but it turns out it's not. So if you think of what I'm thinking, chat, I'll tell you you're not right. It's a bit different. So there we go, there's that tune change. Okay, it's not one of those rotating things. Let's go look at more ones. Also, just remember, Mike, I don't stream as much as you do, so I don't actually get the chance to... I mean, it's sort of my own fault for having it so low, but I don't get a chance to experience meme shittery like you did. Normally on the one causing the meme shittery. Which... it's kind of an interesting way to live right now. So, that hole was there, but that one isn't in the right direction. It's the other way. I promise I'm smart. This has become less of a get it done as fast as you can and just... how long does it take for Woody to get distracted saying shit? Rightio. It's not the exhaust as you might think it is. Rightio. 4 of those inner pluses. Sorry, no, that's not the one I wanted, but this one also might give me... it's not. Didn't get the right packet. Okay, 4 and 4, and I need a square block. Which, as I'm beginning to learn, is a lot easier, harder to find than it is to say. It's not as straightforward as you think it is. It's easier said than done. Random. 1, 2. I will also say regarding sound alerts, I'm in the process of getting some more set up and made. There's a number of extra command alerts that can be used, ones that are whether you're being paid for free. I'm not sure many of them really apply to a number of scenarios here. Look at that. Pew pew. It's a gun. Alright, do it twice. Alright, so the first one goes there. And here. And the next one goes a bit further down. Right. Now, this is where we get into real old school LEGO shit. As I said before, finding parts is easier than you think it is. First one there. First one there, and the next one in the middle. Yep. 40, 44, and 45. This is the electronics section. That's my black one gone. There it is. Okay, just write out the diagram. Seems about right. Alright, number 44. So electronics unit. Oops, hitting the microphone. Apologies if that hurt anyone's eardrums. Not intentional. Only intentional eardrum bursting of sound alerts. But I'm pretty sure I added a particular one. 2 sound alerts. That might result in some revenge. That's all I'll say for the time being. Seethy! Hey, hey! Tony. You absolute marvelous bean. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime, for using your Prime on me. And give me your Bezos bucks. Sorry, making Jeff Bezos pay for the sub. Good to see you, my man. How you doing? It's been a hot minute since we talked. Which is complete opposite to what we used to do in the day with a particular bot I will not mention. But enjoy the emotes, enjoy the ad-free viewing. I kicked out of high school earlier because of pranks. Really? Like, legit? Ah, right. Yeah. That sort of makes sense. It's still... Getting out of high school is never a good thing, to be honest. Hopefully everything's okay and... The whole year get kicked out? Jeez. Oh, isn't today? Ah, right. Okay, I thought you said the day off school, sort of thing. Jeez, you guys must have gone wild. Clean film teacher's car. I mean, that's not too bad, right? Clean film easily comes off with a Stanley knife. Like, I've got a Stanley knife in my fucking pocket that I use all the time. Like, something like that. No, it's not bad. No. Like, we did that in A level. We had no problem with it. Just had a good humor. How much with the fish heads and urinals? Okay. Now we're starting to push boundaries a little bit. Yeah, that's a good over the line. I see what you mean now. That sucks. Yeah. I sort of cracked down a bit on us with our antics. Like, as an adult, I can see where they come from. You don't want stuff to be ruined on the last day, even though people are celebrating their last day of high schooling before they go off into the real world and do their own thing. Is that what I want? No, it's too short. Darts. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I get it, but it's just shitty how we didn't get to probably have our last classes, yeah. Again, sorry to hear that, man. We, You're vibing. You're vibing along to me. Oh, I've got to cut. Got to cut my thumb. You vibe along to these, hopefully DMCA free tunes as I'm building my, LEGO Porsche. We're up to step, 155. 504, which, yeah, hopefully. I've been playing this and I've had a few come up as being copyright, and I'm like, okay, it's meant to be a DMC free playlist, but anyway, it is what it is. I might have to look into it and lies SMH. It is made by another streamer. Look, it's a guy I was involved with, but then things went over the line with me and someone in the community, unfortunately. Between me and that person, and I got back to him, and he was like, okay, I'm going to move to the community. which I don't blame him for doing that, but it's kind of the way it transpired. But yeah, the car's looking good. Enjoying it so far. Now, these little freaking cylinder ones, I know where they are. I know where they come from. Cut an Nigel. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cut an Nigel. That's vibe. Into that one, into those ones. I know what bag it is in, technically, to an extent. Famous last words. Next thing you know, I'll never find the fuckers. Okay, I am clearly blind somehow because I know it's in a bag. I know it's in a slightly smaller bag as it's meant to be. And has been for the number that I've put in already. I'm clearly overlooking something. That's not open. Unless that's those ones. Oh yeah, cool, I see. Okay, so I've expended the ones from the previous bag. That's why it's not showing up. These things isn't even clean, they're gunky as fuck. You know what? You can go there. I honestly don't know. It's been used for a number of things. It's probably in places you don't want to know. Well, so you know it'd be funny, Tony, if people from Blue Club just popped in. Someone's like, hey, Woody's streaming, let's go check him out. I was actually telling, I think it was a coworker the other day, I was playing American Truck Sim once. The guy comes into chat and goes, hey Woody, you need it on the server? Deal with someone? And I was like, is it important? He was like, yeah, it's important. I go in, it fucking wasn't important. So, ban the person straight away. Actually, I made a highlight of it. Let me just. Yeah, I know it was something stupid. So I went in and I think I banned a person from my stream. Here we go. Let's play. Alright. I'm going to DM this to you. So I don't know if you've seen it. Wait, what? Alright, it's not. There you go. Watch it later. Basically, someone came in my chat and was like, hey, you need it on your Discord server. There's a music server. And then I dealt with it. And you know who? Person with V. ICKI afterwards. And I was like, hi, Woody. As I'm dealing with that person. The person who needs to be bonked. And, yeah. You. Was unhappy. That was also at the time when we were trying to figure out what the hell happened with Magic and that takeover thing. You know what I'm talking about anyway. Yeah. God, here I am streaming on Twitch talking shit about something that happened 2 years ago. 3 years ago, actually. It's when I was first starting. Pepperidge Farmer members. Okay, I need a slightly bigger L-shaped black bit. It's going to be in this thick one. That's what I want. Alrighty. Yeah. As I said to I was saying to a guy I met up with on Monday. Then even more so now. Yeah, as soon as everyone on that team was removed, it went to shambles. You know, as I said, it's years of work just going down the drain, all in the name of profit. Which, I've been watching a number of videos about that sort of stuff. If you were to look at the Ocean Ranger disaster, you know what I mean. That's something what happened. Ooh, okay, now where do you go? Yeah, sinking ship. Right. So this is going to be like the front engine section. Do we make another one? No, we don't. Alrighty. End of the day, we're our own independent groups now. We're still keeping in contact with each other. Sort of the main thing. Some things have gone on and I'm sitting there like, okay, great. Obviously, favours and stuff that nearly happens for us, but that's just the way it is in life. It's not gonna feel. It doesn't feel the same anymore. I think, especially for me as well. When 2019, I was just working as a lifeguard and everything else going on, and just be at home the rest of the day. Wasn't studying or anything like that. Just pretty much come home and sit in my computer, do stuff, be on Discord, helping out people. I even started it all way back in 2017 when I was in. So I ended 2016, the end of year 11, and then coming in 2017 and my last year of high school in 2012. Like, this is how young you are. This is your last year of high school, and I did that 6 years ago. I know, right? Six years ago, and I was a staff member from E6. Jesus Christ. That time flies. Yeah, I'm in a better place. I'm in a better sort of lifestyle. As you know, I'm doing all that bike riding stuff. Sport on Pine's going well at the moment. Obviously, still learning a few things from that sort of stuff. Aha! Huzzah! Found it. Actually get spotted motorcycle moving so that Descent PV. Awesome. So glad that. It's what I need to get this video out and I have it on my hard drive for no reason. Let me just pause that. Let me go to which one was it? Nope. Oh, here we go. $67K an hour right now. I'm taking it easy down this part essentially. Not pushing too much. This is about 60 as well. K an hour. Down to about 50. Down to maybe 40s. I haven't gone into Garmin Verbeta and put the overlays up yet, so it's hard to tell. Oops, was that a climb? Climb section. Narrow descent, not really worth what's showing. Steep hill. Ah, this one. I love this part. Sorry, my audio just disconnected randomly. Apologies. This one here doing about 60, 65. 80 tend to top out about 70. This corner here feels a bit weird because you're going to a right-hander and you're not on the apex, so touch the brakes, get you in, and then it levels off a bit more. That's where you hit top speed on that one. Hitting an energy bar. There's another. Oh, it's great fun. That's another fast one. I'm catching the car up. Just the turns. I wasn't really pushing too much. And it's like halfway through that ride for today. I've done 4 climbs. I've got 4 more to go. Oh yeah. Watch this. Bye-bye. Shoots off. Yeah. So I know this is Sam, but I've got the map up anyway. Just looking into the corners. In the bikes. Welcome back, John. Cycling. Ah, why does Moonbot come up? Fucking hell. Red. Hey John, was that you driving there? We're on the wrong side of the road, mate. Why do you use the wrong units of measurement? But how does that wrong? Neither were cheeseburgers. You guys use miles, not cheeseburgers. Come on. Get the program. Would never ever drive a VW. I know you wouldn't. It's not your thing. Anyway. Enough of that. Let's go back to LEGO build. I want to get some more of this done, finished off. I need a small... Also, as you can see, John, my PTS works on my bits. Mind you, it wasn't as long as my spammy ones from before, so there is that. Oh dear. Fix it, okay. Look, I'm still gonna give you shit, alright? Because I love you. No one watches me spend bits on my channels. How would I know they were broken? I watch your streams. Okay. I pop in, I say hi. Hang around when I can. It's a bit hard when I'm working at the factory. You know. Because you're a great bloke. That and the fact that you were an absolute fucking memester on Grizzle's channel. Fucking having me in stitches at times. Speaking of the man himself.
Barbagaloo. 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 The racetrack. Barbagaloo. Barbagaloo. Was that right?
Nah, I think it's only a soundboard. It's only 2 of them. I haven't got an alert that it's him, but I probably should remove it because was banned from the community, so... Might have to rethink that. That's a future Woody problem. I won 253,440 bananas tonight. That's solid. Also, on a serious note, John, as much as I sort of do give you shit and talk up myself and sound like an arsehole, it's all just in love and in jest. I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate the sport, even just you being here is great. Being in those test streams. Fuck off with this shit. I see how it is. I see how it is, mate. I get it, John. Shut up. Fucking wanker. Bloody Americans, man, I tell ya. Be nice and like, no, fuck that, man. That is stereotyping, by the way, and I do not condone any form of violence towards that sort of stuff. I didn't get a second one of those 7 ones. Oh, that's right there. Perfection. Also, I might be doing some ESS. Ah, thank you. Thanks, Fifi. Well, that run for probably about. And it's 5 more minutes. I need to remember that I've got that as a thing. Problem is, it's not on my eye line anymore. It's just not where it needs to be. I'm actually going to move that down so it's more on my eye line. If I'm looking over there, I can see it. Because right now it's on my top screen, which is like above eye line. Whereas I got this camera here is on my left screen. GoPro is behind in front of my middle screen, and this webcam up here is on my right hand screen where OBS is.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Woody went on a walkabout, came back a changed man, now wears his heart on his sleeve. He's gone vegan and has donated all his iRating to those in need. Arms wide open he reaches out to those who support him. To which they said, oi, fuck off mate.
Thank you for the 10 bits, John. That's going in my quotes channel. See, this is why I love the most about John. Was like, he'd come up with stuff like this, and it would be the most hilarious shit you'd ever seen. It's a talent that not many people have. The man has got skill. As evident by the fact that he has a shitload more iRating than I do. As per usual, I'm one of those men who is just like a hype person who talks himself up more than he actually executes. Sorry, it's running Discord randomly while streaming. The nerve. Do all your bits of anti-sharpie on the bottom? I wish. You got a friend in me. Actually, I had another guy who sim races and does bike riding from New Zealand. Asked me about my favourite movie, and he was disappointed when I didn't say it was Toy Story. And I told him that the reason why I'm called Woody is because my last name, which is Wood, which is a lot more unoriginal than people actually think it is. And he was disappointed. People celebrating when Woody ends his stream and no longer has the ability to live. At this point, it's immeasurable, and my day is ruined. No mark. We're on step 166 of 504. We we get distracted by bikes, okay? Blame the Irishman in the chat, and the American guy as well. Oh, that's not going in. Is that? Ah. Did someone say bikes? Alrighty. Made progress. My bad, Dan. That was my fault. It's always your fault, Tony. Alrighty. So we get the funnel now. Oh, the fun fell off. God, that's a good sketch. Need to... That's not a sample clip. Blah. Listen, you guys are subbed, so I can take the mickey out of you all I want. Hey Siri, how do I retract a sub?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
You guys heard that, didn't ya? That's a clip. I've clipped that from my stream deck. Yeah. Yeah, man. Milk bottles. What you want is I believe it's What? Yeah. Let's get the Twitch plugin on Stream Deck. You're good to go. Actually, speaking of video producers, it may not have worked. And your Stream Deck? I thought you had one. Not my fault you don't have one, mate. They only worth their weight in gold. Right? Listen to the Grandeur with 2K I rating. 2.3K I rating, whatever it is. Oh, they haven't changed things. Well, if you're someone like me who has a whole bunch of standard alerts that can be played on Discord without being heard twice through stream, who also has a bunch of different... I can literally mute my mic. No, I don't have to worry about going to OBS. I can even have iRacing chat shortcuts. I've got record, stream, obviously different scenes because that... Yes, if I had to go XLR, I wouldn't use a mute thing. I've got Spotify commands that I can literally, you know, pause and play Spotify easily. I can ban someone, I can give someone a 2-minute timeout. I can see who my followers is live, so I can decide who to raid. I can run an ad. I can start a timer. I can literally go to my commands and I need a bunch of stuff. I can do that. I want to get things to my desk, but honestly don't want to pay for another nice camera. Yeah, I feel ya. You know, my camera is 130 bucks. Webcam. Yeah. But that's just me for you. End of the day, it's all about what it can do and what works for you. Obviously, you're old enough to make your own decisions. I'm not gonna force you to do so. I reckon we'll go for another 15 minutes and then we'll go to bed. We'll do that. Cool. That's 13. Woody, yep. Yippers. Stream elements! Yeah, fucker. Right. No, it's not you, it's stream elements. What was that even under? Can you try again, please, John? Yeah. It was, would have been a bad word thing. Sorry, no, symbol protection was on. I think it was all the slashes.
So I made it so subs are excluded. Minimum amount before checking for violation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, so it's 75%. Okay. Hey Kit, how's it going? Anyways, yeah, I'm not comfortable in the air position. They're going to switch in from ski bend, straight pubs, and the TT rig. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Sounds good. I just saw your message, Sean. Gumball machine. Alright, chat. We're up to the magic number with this this build. It's 169.
I have come to clean the pool.
Plotsky, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Oh, I just isn't. Good timing by me. I managed to disconnect my whole entire headphones. That's post stream, Woody. Post stream. Plotsky, thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. Welcome on in, raiders. For those of you who don't know, my name is Woody. I'm some random Australian who streams with a schedule as often as my sub schedule, which is non-existent. It was my birthday on the weekend, so we are currently building the Porsche 911 RSR, which is that one. Coming up to step 169 of 504, so that's what we currently have here at this bottom camera. And if you aren't already following Plotsky, go give him a follow. When Stream Elements wants to do the shout out. There we go. Playing VA11 HAL A Cyberpunk Bartender Action. Nice. And there is the man getting all hyped up for beating Cuphead. Awesome stuff, we'd love to see it. Never play Cuphead myself, but from what I've seen, it is a stressful game. But also, Plotsky, if you need to raid it and run, perfect fine. Look at me just dropping Lego stuff on the floor. Good things. But yeah, Plotsky, if you need to raid and run, go right ahead, perfectly fine. It's getting late here anyway. I'm going to be going for another probably 10 or so minutes. But yeah. Oh, my chairs. Chair's being weird. Let's go. We'll worry about it later. So I need to get as many steps done in the next couple of minutes with all these bags of Lego just sitting on my desk. Rightio. I need that. I need that. I need these two to go here. I need 2 more black bits. I need a small one. There's plenty of them.
the right angle one. That's a 7. Go. And a 5R. And I had a feeling I had Optimus Prime out when I decided the Dark Souls series and decided to film a bit of a finish week off. Yeah, nice. It was actually my first LEGO Technic build. First LEGO build in a while, actually. So it's like 1,500 parts here. So it's a big build. But it is also my favourite car. Favourite race car from what's known as the Grand Touring Endurance category, which is basically a whole lot of high-end supercars that have been modified for sports car racing. Things like a Ferrari 488, Aston Martin Vantage, Chevrolet Corvette, BMW M8, the new modern day Ford GT. I think that's it. The big builds are fine, but I'm going with doing one energy. Good with doing one a year, if that. They take a lot of energy out of me. Yeah, I feel ya. As you can see, it's like almost 6 hours of building. I'm gonna add 5 minutes to the timer because I was a smart person who left his timer running. He didn't need to. Instructions telling me to go the other way to what I thought was going to go. Checks out. I feel like if I had time, like over the weekend, there's like no time at all, I'd just go ahead and do a build regardless. And just pour hours into it. That'd be the dream. I think that was what lockdown was probably the best part. It's having the time to do so. I wasn't working. I couldn't work because when you're a lifeguard and the pool shut down, you can't work at all. Goes there. Yeah, Land Rover Christmas, and it was very taxing. Working diff, gearbox, high-low gears, etc. was brutal. Ugh. Yeah, I thought this was bad enough with the amount of parts for it, but I think the diff, gearbox, and the gears is probably what makes it even harder. But new Ferrari Daytona is also a big build as well. I think for me, like, Bugatti Chiron will also be a big one as well. That's what I want to get eventually. I think SP3 is so much money. How many parts is it actually? That would explain why. It's like $400 more than this one at most retails with over double the parts. So it sort of checks out, to be honest. I mean, it's huge. Also looks complex as well. Just occasionally get models in for it. Alright, almost there. This bit needs to go on there like so, if it wants to.
Alrighty. That's on. So that's sort of near the front section. Yeah, this really is becoming a massive time sink. But it's good. I enjoy building stuff. As I mentioned earlier before in the stream, just putting back together some pumps for pools, people's homes, home pools, and just learning how it all goes together and everything is, for me, is cool and exciting. You gotta take stuff apart, diagnose it, figure out what's wrong, put it all back together. You can all go back in there. I'll give you the microphone. I might have to get some Tupperware containers for these. We might actually do that soon. Alrighty. Have that like that.